I can't stand it. It's not just the color of the pattern, it's the way it's printed, it's the way it feels. Wow. Oh, it's beautiful.
Hello and welcome to the Sharknado. Open your eyes. I'm Dabasa. Today this video is about unboxing the Air Force 1 series of shoes created by Nike and RTFKT. The series was revealed virtually last year, and after waiting for more than a year, it's finally available as a physical shoe. With such awesome shoes, of course, we need an equally awesome guest. Let's welcome our guest, Sir, from the Principality of Ceylon Gourmet Guide and the founder of the trendy brand Geeky, Ada.
Yo, this is your tour guide, Ada, to take you around the world.
Hello, I'm Ada.
Hello, Dabasa.
Hello, Ada.
Now that the slogan is getting longer and longer, the title on the front is a bit too much, isn't it? I'm really happy. Aren't you going to show us something today?
Of course you must, because what we're presenting is absolutely rare on the market.
Great.
And before the video starts, if you like Web3, if you like collecting shoes, if you like trends, please subscribe and like this video and share it. Let's keep it up here at Web3. Before I open the box, I'd like to ask Ada, do you know the brand RTFKT?
I know. That's when I found out about Musk's suit.
Those Cybertruck shoes.
Yeah, that's right.
Those are very old RTFKT sneakers modeled after the Tesla Cybertruck. Now let's introduce RTFKT to the audience briefly. RTFKT was founded in 2020, focusing on physical connectivity and digital fashion. And since Nike's launch in 2021, it's been a big success. After adding RTFKT to its group, we can see from the official press release that it originally only had Nike Air Jordan and Converse's logo on it. Then the picture suddenly flashed with the RTFKT logo side by side. It also represents Nike's ambition to focus on meta-universes and digital fashion. And it also represents the importance of RTFKT in the Nike group. Right, well, then we'll get right on with the unboxing. This series also represents Nike's acquisition of RTFKT and its official intention to bring RTFKT from the virtual to the real world. That's why it chose to collaborate with the most iconic Air Force 1 model, which means that in the future, RTFKT will not only be available in the virtual world, but also in Nike's physical stores. The shoes with RTFKT logo will be on sale in the market, so let's open the box, and each pair of shoes comes with a top in addition to the shoebox, so I've put it on and let's see.
This is so cool. I can tell when it's right, holder. Look behind you. Behind it are the shoes from the Clone X. Wow, that's awesome. And they're really good quality.
And what's unique about it is that it has an NFC on it, whether it's on a shoe or on a piece of clothing. It's got a WM chip with an NFC inside so it can connect directly with its NFT.
Yes, ma'am. I'd like to ask, do I have to have the NFT of the Clone X to buy this?
You do have to have a Clone X NFT and be of the right race to get the right shoes for your race.
Different races of shoes, right?
Every race is different.
So you have a lot of pairs. It's hard to tell, isn't it?
It's hard to say. My wife will watch.
There's something for every race. Your wife knows how to read. There aren't too many undead around.
Now let's introduce the shoebox. Because I think it's not just the clothes, it's also the shoebox, which was designed by Chris, one of the 3 founders of RTFKT. Well, it utilizes video game textures to establish its intricate features.
You can see all the details up here.
And I think the best part is that it's transparent in the middle, right? So it can be used as a display case. Open the shoebox, it's a drawer.
Wow, drawers, nice.
After opening the box, the first thing that caught my eye was its side backpack. Readable by all.
Wow, this is so well done. It's very well done.
Yeah, it's got a nylon strap and it's got all the races on it, and this is human, and then there's all the other races on it.
And then this material is pretty cool.
And then there's also a link to its official website, which is a QR code for the official website, right?
It's embossed with a little bit of wood grain, and then it's made of a little bit of space cotton.
These shoes, I think they're all very high quality shoes, and I probably only wear them for events. So what's the purpose of this shoe bag for me? I brought them to the event to change my shoes, then put them back in this to take home.
How can you tell our artist's little secret?
Really?
Of course, we all take it with us to exchange. No, because you'd hate to part with it.
I really don't want to part with it, so let's move on to our main event, the shoes. There are a total of 10 shoes to be unboxed this time, including 8 races and 2 special models, each of which has its own style. If you want to know more about the race, you can refer to my blog or RTFKT's official website. I'll put the link in the info section. No need to be nosy. The first pair is straight out of the box. Can you help us open up the Takashi Murakami feature we've all been waiting for?
This episode is so privileged. How could this episode feel like this? Wow. Oh, it's beautiful. I can't stand it. It's not just the color of the pattern, it's the way it's printed, it's the way it feels. And the coolest thing here is the buckle. It's got this Clone X design, and I think it's awesome just because of the design.
And it's underneath each insole. There's a small secret to this.
What's the secret?
It's under here.
There'll be 2 new 1-0 bills in there. It's his personal money.
Hey, right, private money can be hidden here. Underneath each pair of shoes, it says how many pairs of these shoes have been produced, and this pair is 3,822, and this pair is limited to 4,182 pairs worldwide.
The ones with the forge are 3,822 pairs, and then they're also direct injection, like this one.
The biggest advantage of the direct spray is that the color is very precise. These are Takashi Murakami's co-branded shoes. Takashi Murakami is very particular about color precision. And I think one of the biggest advantages of UV spraying for collectors is that it claims to be 3 years old, and it can be left outdoors for 3 years without losing its color.
UV refers to its dry ultraviolet treatment. In fact, when we make clothes, using direct spray is the best way to ensure longevity. And then it's got the highest saturation, and it's got that perfect precision, 100%, because it's sprayed right on like that.
The leather of this pair of shoes is made of top grain leather, which looks like grains, and the surface has a natural waxy feel, which is often used by many international boutiques.
They're all boutique because they're all leather, even the tongue.
Well, Ada, do you want to guess the current market capitalization? How much is it?
I think I need one at least. About $150,000.
This pair is about 150 yen because everyone loves Takashi Murakami, so it's the most forged pair, so it's not as expensive as you might think, and it's the most sold pair so far. It's 2,634, which is about 85 Taiwan dollars. How does that sound to Ada?
I think it's okay.
You want to buy a pair? Come on, I'm ordering now.
It's really good that this status is a bit of boutique co-branding for me. Yes, that's what you said about the status of Supreme and Louis Vuitton, so its high price is more acceptable to me. So do you think I'll get it?
I'll wait for it.
Waiting what? I won't say ha 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 ha.
Okay, let's move on to the next pair. Okay, come on. This is the Genesis model, and it's only good for one pair. TS material is really dazzling. It uses a black hole, black color, a very light absorbing black short fiber combined with recycled nylon to make it. There's also a little feature here, which is that there's an NFC chip that we've just talked about, and this pair of them, because it's available to all races, it's a Clone X pattern.
Yeah, the other ones are Clone X patterns. They're just on the heel.
Yeah, and the rest of them here, they're all just patterns that represent their own race, like this. LeBron James, the NBA superstar, wore these shoes in public.
LeBron James wore it. That it's really doing great, both.
When LeBron James showcased these shoes on social media, they instantly became a sensation.
Let's get high,
Interestingly,
people.
They were still only available for pre-order at that time. NFTs are going up.
Right? It's just that you need to be empowered.
That's right. They're limited to 1,776 pairs worldwide, 517 pairs with Forge. What about this pair? Would you like to guess the approximate high price of these pairs on the secondary market? Because all of these are actually the original Forge price, and they're all 0.38 Ethereum.
0.38 Ethereum. How much is that in Ether? Over 2,000.
I remember it being over 2,000.
I think it's about $10, but I'm sure you've seen it before.
It's all about race, so it doesn't sell as many shoes as it thinks it does, and the highest it's ever sold is 1,000.
That's about 32 Taiwan dollars. Actually, it's still a bit expensive.
That's correct, 32K, and initially we couldn't tell the composition of the virtual floor plan, hence we were unsure. When we received it, I believed it was constructed with the right material. It's just more stunning.
Yes, actually I will. When I saw it in person today, I thought, wow, it's even better than I thought it would be. It's a lot better. Yes, if you like black shoes, you should be able to have them. But I personally like the most flamboyant ones. Since I'm buying such expensive shoes, they should be Takashi Murakami's. Those Takashi Murakami shoes, straight up Murakami style. Is today the day to clear out?
No.
Yeah, so I think I like black things, and this is black, and it's just black, and it's just understated with a little bit of, it's just.
Because it's a light absorbing matte, light absorbing black fiber.
So I think it's a good fit, and I think it's relatively inexpensive. Wait a minute, it's not all the same price, is it? Let's take it one pair at a time.
Let's examine the next pair, then move on to the next one. for humanity. The special thing about it is that its cotton is made of BCI cotton, 6 ounces of cotton. What's BCI? It's a Swiss brand. The Good Cotton Development Association, which promotes better cotton standards in 21 countries and territories around the world, and they're going to be working with standard cotton farms. The concept of certification is also known as ISO or LV in the cotton industry. Do you want to take a look at the current market price of this pair of shoes?
The most humans are the most humans, right? So they should be like this. That pair was over 30.0, and this pair should be almost 20.0, right?
Around 20.0, these shoes are currently limited to 986 pairs worldwide, 782 pairs for Forge, and the highest number of shoes sold at StockX. It's 650 yards, that's about $20,000. Well, in the renderings, I thought they were plain, but when I went to the show in Japan, they were too plain. I saw the actual shoes of this model at the exhibit. It looks better than I expected.
Right, this beige color, old money style, and then with a little bit of rebellion, this Tiffany color, and it's so cool. If I were an NFT holder of the human race, I basically wouldn't be able to miss it. Yeah, so when you look at it, you're not looking at a nice pair of shoes. You're looking at a pair of shoes that are mine, that belong to me, and they're not a pair of shoes, they're your children.
Over the horizon.
Yeah, that's why it's so special, and the color scheme just seems to get better with time.
This pair really makes me think that it's the same Tiffany's hook color, and I think it looks great with the shoes.
If I take a picture, I'll turn my foot like this. Because I want him to see me on the inside. Yes, because the inside is RTFKT.
Right, Ada, you've noticed that the RTFKT logo is on the inside of every pair of shoes. Yes, it's very special.
Every day when I take a picture, I turn my feet like this. Hey, I'm Ada. Okay, wait, I'm Ada. Okay, I'll talk to him. Please go to the bottom right corner and subscribe to follow us as we continue to work hard here at Web3. It's very specific to the human race, and if it represents the human race, it's this way. Yeah, it's got the logo here, which is different from the Clone X1.
Well then, we're going to introduce you to the robot race. This pair uses a combination of gray and purple. I think it has a kind of futuristic textile feel to it, right? And its upper is the same as before. It's the same high quality leather, but it's a glossy finish. Yeah, and what I think is great about this shoe is that on the upper part of the shoe, it's a vacuum laminated PU. When we hear about plastic products, what do we think? Impermeable, snaggy, airtight. You feel very comfortable when you wear it because it's made of textile composite. It's made of tear-resistant materials, so it's very breathable, and it feels like a technologically advanced textile on your feet.
And I don't know why, but just seeing this buckle puts me in a good mood and gives me a strange sense of recognition.
I think for me, it's a Clone X identification. Yeah, I wear it out, I'm a Clone X holder. That's right.
And it's so small, isn't it?
This pair is limited to a relatively small number of pairs, and the number of castings is really small, only 126 pairs and 979 pairs with Forge. The highest it's sold so far is 672, which is about 20 Taiwan dollars, and I think that robots and humans have a lot to do with each other. Over at Clone X, it's actually a very PC place.
It's a very well-balanced state, but I think it's a matter of preference and community because it's a hard one to capture. Like if it's NFT, people will look at the features, the content, and sometimes the price of the floor depends on the ability of the NFT, for example. If it's faster, it's more expensive. It's more efficient, but sometimes people say that it's more efficient and that's why the floor price goes up. So there's a reason for that, right?
The next pair we're going to introduce are the shoes of the angelic race.
This color scheme is an archangel. It's pretty straightforward, isn't it? It's awesome.
I think the gold logo is really eye-catching. And I think what's great about it is that it's got a translucent body. It's a little bit clean. And with the translucent body, I think you can color coordinate it with your favorite socks. Personalize your outfit, especially if you're wearing flowery socks, it's more obvious.
I really think it's a cool material because it's kind of technological and it's actually a little bit reflective.
Yes, that's right. These shoes are made of lychee leather and translucent. It's a textile body, so it's very versatile.
It's really versatile white, but it's really hard to part with it.
This pair of shoes is limited to 327 pairs worldwide, 230 pairs with Forge, and the highest selling price is $10. That's about 32 Taiwan dollars. After all, I think it's only when you look at it closely that you realize that it's made these shoes in a way that's really, really great. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next pair of shoes, which you're still so in love with.
No, I've been looking at some of the finer points of this. It's blood red, yeah.
It's really that devilish bloody feeling, and there's only 399 pairs of these in the world.
Wow.
I think it's a really, really beautiful clash of colors.
It's intense. Orange is green.
You guessed it, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Wow, really?
About $4 million.
There's no way you're buying that, right? Crazy dog.
This pair is limited to 190 worldwide.
Immortals? How many are there now?
At least a dozen eaters.
A dozen of them. A dozen or so is okay.
May I ask why it's being muted?
Hahaha, don't tell my wife.
I heard it's premiering today. Should I get a pair? Takashi Murakami's little flowery shoes.
If you beat me, I'll give you a pair.
No, I can beat you to death. You should get a gift for your fans, right?
Lucky draw for Takashi Murakami.
Wow, really? That's a big deal for a first episode?